This is a trade where a player was offering me 4 fruit dragons for 1 fruit notifier. And another player even offered me a fruit box. All this raised a question. Why are these players offering everything they have for a fruit notifier? And why is the notifier so expensive, costing up to 2,700 Robux, which if you convert it in the Roblox store comes to around $34. The notifier was added in update 4 when the game was still called Blox Piece. And since then it has cost 2,700 Robux. But is it worth spending that much Robux on a game pass as expensive as this? To find out, I decided to do an experiment. I increased my level from level 1 to level 2,550 in Blox Fruits, only using the fruit notifier. And to make this experiment even more interesting, I've created some rules for it. The rules are, I have to level up at least 375 levels a day to be able to finish in 7 days. I need to leave the account with rare and hard to get items, at least 1 piece of mythical equipment. I'll also need to acquire some relevant Blox Fruits race like the cyborg or the ghoul. On the first day, I spent the whole day collecting as much fruit as possible, still at level 1, to decide what we were going to eat. I found a magma on Magma Island. On Fountain Island, I found a smoke fruit. It was night. And on Colosseum Island, I found a sand fruit because it was daytime on that same island. And I found the incredible mythical spawned T-Rex. And the funniest thing about it all, I was still level 1 with a T-Rex in my hand. T-Rex, bro. T-Rex! I kept looking for fruit and found a quake in the fountain. A rocket on Upper Sky Island. Another magma still in the sky. A flame on Prison Island. After collecting all these fruits, I had already decided which one I was going to eat. And my decision was simply to eat an ice fruit. What do you think, man? That I was going to eat a T-Rex in level 1? Mythic at level 1 is not so good. After I ate this ice fruit, I went to do the quest to level up in that way you're already familiar with. And now I could walk on water. And I went straight to the NPC ability teacher, who was going to teach me skills like double jump and hockey. Then I talked to Dark Step Teacher to get Sanji's fighting style, which in my opinion is the coolest in C1. I defeated Shanks to get his sword. I was starting to get stylish, and I found another fruit in my notifier. It was a diamond, just an uncommon fruit, but that's okay. And now I was level 700 and ready to defeat the Ice Admiral, the basic quest to get out of C1. Yes, defeating Aokiji. That's the Navy Admiral I'm going to tell you about. The most unpleasant face? After that, I could go on to the famous C2. Obviously, I chose Pirate. Arriving at C2, I went to collect the fruits from the notifier. The first fruit I found was an ice fruit. After that, my notifier beeped, and there was a smoke on the cemetery island. I found another smoke near the cafeteria. And a bomb too. After that, it beeped again. And I found a barrier near the hot and cold island. I found a falcon fruit near the cafeteria. A spring in the jungle. A spike fruit whistled inside the haunted ship. After that, I tried my luck in the Zyles. That naughty spin, because I already had 7 million berries, my friends. That's a lot of berries. And I got another barrier which I couldn't even store. And now that I just reached level 1400, it was time for me to eat a new fruit that my notifier had given me. And the chosen one, now it was the mythical T-Rex, bro. It went inside. I ate this little fruit with great desire very happily. And now I've got a dinosaur Rex tail. Not only the dinosaur's tail, but also its abilities. I went to test it, obviously on the bosses, to see if I could get anything. I defeated the boss Jeremy without any effort. I began to notice the mastery of this little fruit. Then I went for Doflamingo. Doflamingo was a little harder and my life was almost 0, but I managed to beat him too. Soon after, Admiral Smoker of Lava Island was obliterated, and if I defeated Lava, I had to defeat Ice too. It doesn't take that much effort to defeat the Aokiji. This fruit was really powerful and accelerated my progress. Not only it, but also the inscription. The guy told me that the legendary sword seller was in the cemetery. And wasn't it, man? And I, who had a lot of berries, had to unload my berries now. I bought a sword from this seller Zasadi for 2 million berries. I also unlocked a super cool title. And of course, I thanked the subscriber. And I went to the factory, which had just opened. By defeating the factory, I got the title and also a rubber fruit, which I couldn't even store anymore. After that, I started collecting all the chests I could, because the server I was on had already been open for over 4 hours. And that meant one thing. I could get Feast of Darkness on that server. That's when I used the Feast to get the cyborg race. I don't know if you know, but you just have to activate the Feast on this machine here. After activating it, you'll need a brain core. And you get it by defeating the boss Law in the laboratory. Me and my friends and subscribers have started to defeat this boss, guys. And it wasn't just a few bosses that we defeated to get this core. We defeated the first and the second boss. We beat the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, until the eighth. After defeating it, the message appeared, you found a brain core. And that core was already in my hand. And I could put the same core in the same machine, unlocking a secret passage so I could get the cyborg race. I was very happy, but too happy it was like this. Until he asked for 2,500 fragments. How can a new account have fragments? Cyborg race is gone. But it wasn't all over. The haunted ship boss had spawned, and it was my chance to get his torch. I attacked this boss. It wasn't easy to take 230,000 life from him. But when I defeated this wretch, we got the blue code and the torch. Then all I had to do was change the torch plus another 100 of ectoplasm for the incredible ghoul race. Oh, and of course, I've also equipped my blue coat. And I didn't think I could get any more stylish than I already was, until I met the legendary sword seller again. And this time, he sold me Wando, man. I already had 2 of the 3 legendary swords from Blox Fruits. The account is getting rare, seriously. It's getting very stylish. At level 1504, I was finally able to leave C2 and go to C3. And of course, when I arrived at this wonderful sea, my fruit notifier started beeping. I found a flame, I found a bomb, I found another bomb, and I found a spring. After that, I found a rocket. Nothing but gossipy fruit. And I was already at the incredible level 2022. 6 days passed until I reached the 7th day, and I'm at level 2150, ready to go for another spin with the Zioles. After all, I have 10 million berries. That's a lot. Come on, Zioles. Give me the fruit, nice. And I can't believe it, bro. A leopard! A leopard! There was even a subscriber who was helping me and said it was impossible. I can prove it. I just hope he doesn't hit me. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, that's absurd. It's obvious that I'm gonna store that leopard. After getting a fruit as valuable as this, I had the idea of trading it to see what I could get. I entered a public server that was completely full. And now it's a problem because what are these people going to offer me for a leopard? I've been spamming. Change the leopard, waiting for a soul to show up. A fruit worth 5 million of my money. What? A dough and a pain? It's getting pretty interesting, man. I'll ask him if he has Buddha. Do you have a Buddha? He offered me a dough, a pain, a spider, and a love, a leopard. I like the offer, not bad. 8 million for 5 million. Not bad. He doesn't have a Buddha fruit, so we won't do business. That's how I work. On Discord, I met a guy called Zoro who was offering a spirit, a gravity, and a spider for a leopard. I didn't think it was that good. Until some time passed and I found this trade with Blizzard, Portal, Sound, and Buddha. I say I'm a very good negotiator. Aren't you going to take it, my friend? Of course he would. I've just made a great trade. Leopard for Portal, Sound, Buddha, and Blizzard. Nice doing business with you. Thank you, JJ. I was already at level 2150, so I grabbed my Buddha fruit and ate it quickly because she was going to help me with this 1 hour upgrade. Of course, I sped up the video because no one deserves to see you up for an hour. And I was also doing a test. I had 2 XP activated. On the Candy Islands, I started climbing without stopping. I mean, really without stopping. And I realized that even with 2 XP active, it's not at all easy to level up when you've already passed level 2000. It's extremely complicated. And when it was about an hour later, a fruit spawned on the server. And I hitched a ride on this fox to get to the fruit because she was very far away from me until I got super close and discovered that the fruit my notifier beeped was a sand fruit. I left there for that. It's literally the longest video on this channel. And I reached an incredible 2,547 levels here in Tiki Outpost. And my sword is mastered 544.
The only reason it's not full is because I only have the Game Pass notifier on that account. And I decided to level up this account to maximum level in a way I've never done on this channel before. And to do that, I have to go back to C2. A channel subscriber is going to summon Blackbeard so we can level up together. He's getting very close, man. Summoned! My God in heaven, that beast. Let's break this Blackbeard. Then we'll have a chance of getting his cape, the fragment that's very important to get his fighting style and everything else. And also, of course, raise our level to the maximum level of Blox Fruits. It's been a 7-day journey to get here. It's been a long time coming. Take that, Blackbeard. Ah, bro, I have to get the coat. I got the title, guys, and I increased my level to the incredible maximum. And now we have my final conclusions. Is it worth buying a fruit notifier or not? First of all, I'm going to show you all the fruits I got during this 7-day journey. We have a total of 20 fruits, and I even got a T-Rex in the notifier.
Okay, Lucas, but what now? Is it worth it or not?
On balance, I believe that it's not worth it. And I'll tell you why. Firstly, because most of the fruit I picked wasn't very rare. Did I get a T-Rex? Yes, but only one. During those 7 days, only one mythical fruit. If you have too few Robux, you probably won't have enough storage. So if you get 2 of the same mythical fruit, you won't be able to store them. And thirdly, it's much more worthwhile to have a moving fruit or a farm such as the Portal or Buddha, which is also much cheaper than 2,700 Robux. Final conclusion, it's only worth having this Game Pass if you have lots and lots of Robux left over and also spend hours and hours looking for fruit. It also has a private server, because if you're on a public server, it's very likely that the fruit you spawn will mysteriously disappear. If you know what I mean. Knowing that, I can leave now. A hug from your friend Lucas. Stay with God. Bye.